Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Rise of Kyoshi. This is a novelized Avatar book, which is super exciting. I don't think I've read any actual novel before. I read the comics, and of course I watched all the shows, but I just love novelizations of cartoons and movies and stuff that I read, and this one was beautiful. So I really enjoyed this. If you're caught up on all the Avatar shows and lore, or just their content in general, Kyoshi fits right in while making her own place in the world. I've definitely been in a pretty big Avatar binge lately. I think it started back when Murphy Napier 2 months ago. I ended up watching the entire series, and I ended up watching, for some reason I didn't decide to rewatch the series just by itself. I started watching reactions to it. So I watched this really cool group of people react to Legend of Korra. Now I'm watching this guy react all of The Last Airbender. And I've really wanted to start picking up a lot of the comics because I have almost all of them, I think. And they're these beautiful big bound books or whatever. Anyways, I've just been going Avatar crazy lately, and I've just been super enjoying it. So let's get back to the Rise of Kyoshi. So honestly, there were so many good quotes in this book that I wish I would have marked them, but I've been a really lazy reader this month, so I didn't. But it definitely, as I'm sure if you're a fan of the Avatar series, I'm sure you're definitely aware of the really great messages and ideas and quotes that they kind of present. I mean, we all love our Uncle Iroh. And so I feel like this actually has its own great set of messages. So about Kyoshi herself, I feel like she has probably one of the hardest upbringings of all the avatars we've seen so far. You can see why she becomes the hardened, blunt avatar that Aang meets and learns about, and it's just really cool to see how she grew up and how she's growing, and then just remembering how tough and intimidating she is when Aang meets her. And so it's so awesome to get all this background information about her. All the connections that we come across that lead back to The Last Airbender are fantastic. Specific to the story, we definitely learn about her signature style and of course her famous weapons. We learn a little bit more about the past avatars. So there's Yang Chen, who is the airbender, who apparently is just Gandhi because nobody had anything negative to say about her. And then after Yang Chen was Kuruk, which is the waterbender, who I think the only thing we learn about him is that his girlfriend or wife or whatever, her face got stolen by Ko. But apparently he actually, this isn't really spoilers, but Kuruk apparently actually died really young, so I guess that's all he was really good for. So it was cool to catch up with Yang Chen and Kuruk just to see a little bit about it. So I think most interestingly, and for the first time, we can actually see each of the four nations living together at the same time. It was very interesting to hear about how Earth, Water, and Air pretty much all had their own kind of issues. It's not super elaborated on or brought up, but you can kind of tell that each of those nations have some things that they kind of figure out. And I don't know if this was on purpose or not, but the Fire Nation is never mentioned to have really any kind of issues, and it seems to honestly be the strongest of the four nations, which I think it's a perfect casual setup for why Sozin thinks to start the war. If you recall from the show, Sozin commented that the Fire Nation was going through a period of great prosperity and wealth, and told Roku that together the two of them could spread it throughout the world by expanding the empire to make a brighter future possible. I like how Kyoshi's book explores why this thought process is possible. When you're reading about Kyoshi, you kind of can't help, of course, but think about our other two protagonists that we've known. I think after Aang, Korra was really refreshing, her more brash and bullheaded attitude. I think Kyoshi takes it even a step further. She was born into a world with a lot of strife and a hard upbringing, more so than Korra's. And although there is a little too many similarities between the two sometimes, I almost wish that we could have had Korra communicate with Kyoshi at some point. It would have been interesting to see how much they have in common. So anyways, I'm clearly very happy with the story and the lore. I know I didn't talk about the story too much, but I mean, it's pretty good. It's unique, it was interesting, and it's plausible. It's logical why this would happen. I really enjoyed it. I think the writing was also well done. The explanation of bending was clear and well written. It seemed to have the same respect for the martial arts as the show did. So I honestly don't really have any negatives to say. I'm very excited for the sequel, and I can't wait to get to it. So that's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed my review for this book. If you've read the book or have really anything to say about Avatar: Last Airbender or the Avatar world, I'd be more than happy to discuss it because I love this series. I love this franchise. Incredible. So let me know your thoughts down below, and if you want to see more Avatar content, let me know, and I'll probably try to do more reviews for the comics or even the TV show and stuff like that. So thanks for watching. You guys have a great day, and I will see you all next time. Bye.